Wow. Now, for those people listening who don't know that much about VinUniversity, how big is this university in Hanoi?
Large. Now, to put it into perspective, the initial uh, philanthropic contribution from Van Nat Vuong and his related parties was over $250 million US. So it's on a very, very large scale in Southeast Asia. A comparable privately owned and funded and established university that comes to mind firstly would be Bond University, Gold Coast, Australia. There was an Australian, Alan Bond, who in the early 1980s won the America's Cup for the first time of any participant outside of the usual New York Yacht Club and US Yacht Club stars. And he, with part of his wealth at the time, allocated some of that to a philanthropic cause to set up a university using his own name. Vin Group, being associated with Van Nat Vuong, he naturally has a great affinity with everything starting with Vin. So that's why he used VinUniversity. And similarly for his Vin School, which is the K-12 system, that is, again, similarly world-class. The capacity for VinUniversity to get back to the Hanoi campus, they can hold easily 5,000 at the current build. But in last year's press, if people do a Google search for VinUniversity Hanoi, they'll see that there's another basic announcement where he will allocate and deploy more funds to build out the university. So they're going to add many more lecture theatres, dormitories, and onboard more global talent, academics, and engage more with industry and international universities. One of the things I want to do is support the university, connect with the best of British education, whether it be in London or Southeast England or as far afield as somewhere in Scotland or Northern Ireland or Wales. And same with my dual citizenship, being British and an Australian citizen, I've got the capacity to help connect VinUniversity to Australia's academic scene, which is why I noted Bond University, because I'm familiar with it. It's close to where I spent part of my time growing up.